Hi guys, Kevin here. So I'm up in the kitchen garden and I wanted to show you my butternut squash. Have a look. So I grew this squash on a cattle panel trellis, and I actually filmed the video of when I installed the trellis. And I have to say, the butternut squash grew like crazy. This is just 2 seeds, one planted on this side, one planted on that side. And look at the squash. It's huge. Each one of these must weigh at least 5 pounds. Well, maybe this one weighs about 3 pounds. Anyway, ginormous. Look at this one way up here. One of my viewers called this the butternut squash cathedral. And it is very cathedral-like. Look at all of this. More over here and over here. Anyway, today is September 14th. The weather has turned shockingly cool. So I'm going to start harvesting. And you'll know that the squash is ready to harvest when the stems have shriveled and the vines are beginning to die back, as these are, and when the shells have hardened. And you can tell they've hardened enough if you try to scratch one with your fingernail and the shell will not scratch easily, and this isn't scratching at all. So these are definitely ready to harvest. So I'm going to start harvesting mine. But first I wanted to show you, I have even more butternut squash over here on another cattle panel trellis. Yeah, 2020 will be known for many things, most of them horrible, but one good thing was 2020, for me anyway, has been the year of the cattle panel trellis. And here, let me show you. Oh look, some of the vines got away from me. Look, growing down here. I have so much squash, you guys. So you can expect a whole lot of recipes involving butternut squash this autumn. Okay, I'm going to start harvesting. Okay, I set the camera on the garden gate. And I wanted to tell you, when you harvest, you want to keep 1 to 2 inches of stem attached. I have about 1 inch of stem attached on this one. Here's another one. Okay, I'm going to cut a few more of the butternut squash and then I'll show you what they look like up close. Well, here's 9 for now, and I have another, I think 20 squash still to pick. But I wanted to tell you that after you pick the winter squash, you have to let it cure. Oh, there's Avery. She's over by the pool. Hi Avery, I'm recording, sweetheart. Can you wait a little bit? Thank you. Well, change of venue. It's also the next day. I wasn't able to finish filming last night because I had to feed Avery, I had to feed the cats, and so on and so forth. So I brought the squash down to my herb garden and I'm letting it cure, which means to let the squash heal its cuts and scratches, here on the wire mesh table, which is located in full sun. And ideal curing conditions are 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit and 80% humidity. Good luck achieving that if you live here in the Northeast. Today the temperature is only 60 degrees and humidity, I think, is about 50%. Anyway, once the squash has finished curing, you need to put it in cold storage. And cold means 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit with about 70% humidity. I had to check my notes here. And what I do is put the squash either in my creepy Victorian cellar, or I put it in this wing over here. This is the old kitchen wing. We rarely use it. It's barely heated. So it's cool and humid over there. And the squash, if it's kept cold and humid enough, can last up to 6 months. Boy, this thing weighs a ton. This is more than 5 pounds. I think this little baby is 8 to 10 pounds. Anyway, so I fell over. Anyway, I got all of this squash, and there's still a few more up in the kitchen garden, from a total of 4 seeds. I had 2 seeds at one cattle panel and 2 seeds at another panel. So I hope you'll consider growing butternut squash next year, and maybe grow it on cattle panels just as I did. And that's all for today. I hope this video wasn't too boring or too weird. But just remember, I'm weird, alright? So please like, subscribe, and post a comment below, because I love hearing from you. And I do read all of the comments. Okay, I'll see you soon with some butternut squash recipes. Okay, bye-bye.